A child was crossing a dangerous road, and vehicles were moving at very high speed. 3 guys noticed him, so they wanted to kidnap the child, but were stopped by these cars. Now the child was hiding and had reached a zoo. The 3 followed him there too. They entered in to find the child, but suddenly they screamed in fear, because the child was sitting with a gorilla. The gorilla didn't harm him. Instead, it offered him some fruit. One guy reached into the cage and tried to grab the child by pulling his shoelace, but the gorilla noticed something wrong. Then it also held on to the shoelaces and pulled the baby back. The kidnapper tried harder, and the child began crying and asked the gorilla for help. So the gorilla stood up and punched the man so hard, it hit his hand, making it swell up. After that, the child started playing with the gorilla. Then another guy slowly approached with a mop. He carefully hooked the baby's clothes onto it, trying to lift the baby out, but the gorilla gently took the child off. Then it forcefully pressed down on the mop, sending the kidnapper flying through the air. Seeing this, the leader decided to wait until the gorilla fell asleep, before waiting for 5 hours. Eventually the gorilla fell asleep. The leader gently grabbed the baby's foot, but as he was about to pull him out, the baby moved and waked up the gorilla. So the gorilla used its foot to pin down the leader's hands and roared at him with its mouth wide open. It lifted the kidnapper and gave him a push, sending him flying. The other gorillas cheered, and the leader was left stuck on the cage like a statue. Then the child tried to escape from the other side of the cage, but this time the kidnappers caught him. But at that time the police arrived. They had been searching for the child, so one guy quickly covered the child with a cloth and held his mouth shut. But when the police started questioning them, the child picked up a lighter from pocket and lit a fire, which made the guy screamed in pain. So the child took the chance and ran away. After the police left, the man removed the cloth and found a fire burning underneath. They quickly put it out, but by then the child had already disappeared. Then the child reached a construction site and took a lift to the top. The 3 guys followed there too, but the child was sitting far away at a height. One guy tried to catch him, but hanging from the edge because of his own weight. Then the child quietly slipped into another lift and went down. Another guy jumped to help his partner, but both of them fell down. Now the leader was very angry and tried to catch the child, but the baby wasn't even scared. As soon as the leader took a step, he slipped on some spit on the ground. A hammer fell from the sky. He shakily stood up and casually pulled a rope. Then the baby crawled onto the plank and landed safely. In a hurry, the leader also jumped onto the rope, but then the off-work bell rang. Everyone turned off the power and went home, so the leader hung there until evening. This story tells us not to have bad thoughts towards children. Do you agree? Please comment.